Okay, so once again, good day. For today, we're going to have a discussion about maintenance management, no? Which covers the maintenance management, type of maintenance, preventive maintenance, total productive maintenance, reliability maintenance, and reliability-centered maintenance, spare parts maintenance. No? So maintenance management is a systematic approach to ensuring that assets, equipment, and systems in an organizations operate efficiently, reliably, and cost effectively. So it involves planning, scheduling, executing, and tracking maintenance activities to minimize downtime, reduce cost, no? Executing and tracking maintenance activities, no? And extend the lifespan of asset, no? Maintenance management is a critical in industries, no? And like manufacturing, no, utilities, and infrastructure, where equipment availability and performance directly affect productivity and profitability at the same time. So effective maintenance management enhances asset performance, maintains safety standards, and ensure compliance with regulatory requirements. So of course, there are several types of maintenance strategies used to manage equipment and asset. Number one is the reactive maintenance, right? Or run to failure. No, it involves repairs only when equipment breakdowns, and this approach may lead to longer downtimes, but it is suitable for non-critical asset with low replacement costs. Common na naririnig sa Pilipinas, no, preventive maintenance. Pag sinabi natin preventive maintenance, it aims to prevent failures by performing scheduled maintenance activities, no, such as inspection, lubrication, and part replacement. We have, of course, predictive maintenance. It uses data and condition monitoring technologies to predict equipment failure, allowing maintenance activities to be performed just in time. And to give us more details about the topic, let us all welcome our presenter. Go ahead.
Hi, good morning, Dr. Marmelo. Good morning, classmate, everyone in the room. The introduction of Sir Marmelo was very much complete. It's like a summary of my report, actually. But anyway, thank you for the introduction, Doc. Maintenance management, your last reporter. Maintenance management is the systematic process of planning, organizing, controlling maintenance-related activities, and upkeep of physical assets. The primary objectives of maintenance management are, yun nga, we have to be optimizing the maintenance costs, improving asset life cycle, and the reducing unplanned equipment breakdowns. As what Dr. Marmelo said a while ago, every company, like for example, we in retail, we do it monthly. The maintenance management, and I'm sure every company who has the fixed asset, or like for example, even the software, like I mean, yung mga desktop natin, yung mga tablet natin, they also part of the maintenance management. What is the main goal, or what is the main goal of the maintenance management? Maintenance management is the process maintaining the company's asset and resources. The purpose is to ensure the production proceeds efficiently and that resources are used effectively. Yes, these are the main goal of the maintenance management. Like for example, to give the idea, we in Wilcon, we have a lot of fixed assets. And to mention the few, we have the lifters, we have the reach truck, and even the trucks are the fixed assets. We have machineries also. With that, we have to make sure that nagagamit siya efficiently. We make sure na talagang very effective siya in the day-to-day operations. And for us to be able, syempre, to identify kung talaga bang okay yung mga gamit natin na yon during the operations, since we have to undergo dun sa maintenance management na sinasabi nga nila, di ba? In which, during the operations, we can possible to avoid any accident. Like, for example, kasi sa mga lifter, yung mga reach truck, if ever na hindi siya nag-undergo sa preventive maintenance, like for example, hindi siya na-check, may possibility na magkaroon siya ng problem during the operations, during the time na ginagamit siya ng mga personnel natin. So may possibility talaga na yun nga mag-occur yung mga ganong cases. So that's one thing that we really wanted to avoid, 'di ba? Maintenance management is one of the most aspect managing a company that is usually not explored in depth. So the scope of the maintenance management, actually my report was very much a little bit short since yun yung very konti lang din yung i-cater niya na ano eh. The budget management. Wait for a while. Sir Mejores. Ayan. Wait. Dito muna tayo sa doon sa table, the scope of the main objectives: optimizing maintenance costs, improving asset life cycles, reducing unplanned equipment breakdowns, optimizing maintenance costs kasi alam naman natin lahat na our fixed asset, syempre, lahat yan binibigyan natin ng budget. Lahat yan merong kaokyulan na halaga. I mean, all the maintenance needed for that needs to be computed, parang ganyan. Improving asset life cycle. Kailangan din natin syempre ma-identify yung aging niya. Yung aging ng mga fixed asset natin. Kasi baka mamaya, more than 10 years, 15 years na siya. So, syempre, we really have to identify yung efficiency niya during the operations, di ba? Reducing unplanned equipment breakdowns. Ito nga yung mga possibility na maka-affect siya during the operations. So next is the scope of the maintenance management. Ito yung budget management. Managing maintenance budget and maintenance related expenses. So sa amin kasi, like for example, part of the expenses namin siya, if ever na nagkakaroon siya ng mga problem, we have to go to call to the third party, like for example, to identify para magpunta sila sa store to know kung ano yung problem ng item at kung ano yung mga kailangan na bilhin. Contractor management, negotiating maintenance contract, managing details around outsourced maintenance work. We also do outsource yung mga third party. Like for example, kasi may mga parts na kung saan talaga very exclusive lang sa kanila. Like for example, kung sa kanila mo din kasi kinuha yung mga machinery o yung mga fixed asset, sila din yung magiging contact person mo somehow para dun sa mga succeeding na kakailanganin mo para dun sa maintenance niya o dun sa mga, let's say, sa parts na kulang, if ever naman na magkaroon ng problema, sa kanila lang din. MRO, inventory and supplier management, maintenance the idea of MIO, invent to stock balance, negotiating the item prices, managing spare part suppliers. Work planning and organization, planning routine and preventive work, managing work requests. Then the asset management, it's the managing assets throughout their life cycles. People management, hiring, onboarding, and training all the maintenance worker. We also have building maintenance. We have 2 to 3 building maintenance. It depends upon dun sa laki ng total hectares ng store or ng square meter ng store. Like for example, every of our building maintenance, may mga kanya-kanyang checklist on a monthly basis. Like for example, the indoor and the outdoor aircon. So, napakahalaga nun kasi syempre we have to deliver the best possible service sa lahat ng customer natin. And nowadays, yung mga physical store natin, kailangan malamig. Diba? Kailangan hindi siya parang traditional warehouse. So we have to look forward na kailangan when every time the customer in or enter to our premises, to our store, make sure na ang unang-una dapat dito talaga asing napakalamig ng loob ng tindahan mo. So we have a monthly, twice or thrice a week checklist to identify lahat ng mga outdoor and indoor aircon natin. Doing by the building maintenance na they make sure na on ano talaga yon, parang I mean okay siya, very efficient siya, walang nagiging problem kasi we have to maximize syempre din yung lamig within the store sa sobrang laki nung area natin, kailangan cover lahat siya. So these are some of the scope of the maintenance management. Like what I shared to you is one of the examples sa operations namin in Wilcon. So another is maintenance management in the systematic process of the planning, organizing, and controlling maintenance-related activities. So we have the primary, ito na yun. We have the types of the maintenance management. For a while. The types of reactive maintenance. Reactive maintenance is performed after the asset. Reactive maintenance, also known as corrective or breakdown maintenance. We also preventive maintenance, also called planned preventive maintenance or preventive maintenance. Predictive maintenance and reliability-centered maintenance. Okay, dito muna tayo sa una, yung reactive maintenance. Reactive maintenance is performed as the response after the asset has failed. So typically they called it RM. It's a typically aimed at low priority equipment which does not impact the company's productions or revenue. So one of the example here is yun nga po, like sa amin yung forklift namin o yung mga, like for example, nagkaroon siya ng problem when it comes sa battery, dun sa hydraulic niya, nagkaroon ng problema, or yung battery niya, like for example, during the operations, nasa taas yung promodizer, biglang nag-fluctuate, na lowbat siya, so may possibility na magkaroon ng accident. So with that, we have to identify and kung ano yung sira na part, like for example, yung battery nga. So for us to be able not to replace the whole unit, but of course, to identify kung ano lang yung parts na may problema niya. For this, we can less the expense if possible, di ba? So that's what we call reactive maintenance. So we have to identify some specific parts of which na nandun yung problema o problema doon sa natin, sa specific na unit na ginagawa. The next is the preventive maintenance. Preventive maintenance involves scheduling the regular and the routine repairs to prevent unplanned maintenance and equipment downtimes. It targets high priority equipment that significantly impact business operations and high repair costs. So, daily routine na ginagawa ng mga building maintenance natin. I know even, especially Miss Jonah here, also part of the retail, SM also has a lot of building maintenance definitely kasi sa sobrang laki ng operations din nila. So this is what we need to have in a day-to-day basis or at least twice or 4 times a week. Na-check natin to. We have the checklist kung ano yung mga kailangan for at least we can know kung ano yung mga problema ng mga asset natin sa loob ng tindahan. To give some example, one time when we do close the store and we had sanitations, pag i-close mo na kasi yung store, i-off mo yung mga aircon, may mga parang drops of water. Then accidentally, well actually we miss to see that yung drops of water na yon kasi nasa bandang dulo siya. Then we have a Filipino-Chinese customer na nagdulas. So parang it's going to be a big problem for us since of course we are all after the welfare of every single customer internally and externally. So, alam mo na, we undergo hospitalizations, everything, the x-ray, every cover na para lang to make sure that the customer itself is safe. So, in that simple na natapakan na hindi napansin na during sanitation, may problema pala yung aircon na yon. So, right after that, the following day, we have to fix the problem kaagad eh. So, right, on the following day, yun nga, naayos din naman na siya. So, napakahalaga talaga ng preventive maintenance. Like for example, personal vehicle, di ba? We also do PMS. So, to make sure na wala tayong magiging problem sa unit natin along the way when we are having a city drive or a long drive or going to work or in the meeting. So, parang it's like from the word itself, preventive. So, we really have to forecast kumbaga kung alam mo na parang ganito na yung validity ng tinakbo mo, it's like 5,001. So, kailangan mapacheck mo na kasi baka, yun nga, on the succeeding coming weeks or months, baka mamaya magkaroon na ng problem. So parang it's like a monitoring process. Yan. Then the next one is the predictive maintenance. Predictive maintenance use internet or Teams devices and predictive analytics software to assess the real-time conditions of equipment and detect signs of anomalies possible sa habang open yung operations natin to deteriorations that could lead to failures or predetermined in the software. Wait for sa predictive maintenance natin is also referred as a condition-based maintenance. Involves performance monitoring ng mga equipment natin, yung conditions nila during the regular operations to reduce the chances of breakdown. Like for example sa amin, yung mga POS cashiers namin, yung mga omni-channel namin, during the operations, during the performance of the operations, we also have to monitor kung ano ba yung mga nagiging problem. Like for example, the omni-channel, make sure na lahat ng calls na papasok sa amin dapat masagot, dapat ma-identified namin. Somehow nagkaroon din tayo ng problem in which tumatawag yung customer pero may something yung unit namin. Bigla siya nag-go off pag medyo volume na yung tumatawag. So we have to identify kung ano yung problema right then and then kasi syempre, di ba? So we have a very supportive IT team na kung saan kailangang i-replace yung unit kasi meron na siya, siguro because of the aging din, nagkaroon na siya ng problem. So, right after that naman, nung pinalitan na natin yung unit, so nakita natin during the operations na hindi na nagkakaroon ng backlogging o yung mga nami-miss na mga call. Yan, okay. So those are like predictive maintenance. And also another thing like for example is kapag more than 20 item or SKUs yung pinapunch, like for example sa POS, may times na minsan nagkakaroon ng parang waiting time sa tape receipt na bumabagal yung printing namin. So kailangan it takes around seconds lang eh. Kasi may mga ganun tayong setup eh. Like for example sa mga excess counter natin, it makes sure na dapat ano lang to eh, dapat seconds lang, hindi pwede itong mag-minutes. So we also have monitoring process from the IT department na yun nga, kapag more than that particular number of items yung purchase ng isang customer, ang tagal ng printing namin. Which is, as we all know naman that every single customers need to have the as fast as possible na transactions. So we're very thankful kasi using those maintenance management, we can easily identify yung mga problems and for us to be able to resolve it, to fix it for a better service, of course, to every single clients that we had in our day-to-day operations. So the last one, predictive maintenance and the reliability-centered maintenance. The reliability-centered maintenance is a process that ensures maintenance tasks are performed in an efficient, cost-effective, reliability, and safe manner. So very reliable, parang ito yon. Of course, we as part of the management, we have also need to oversee this reliability-centered maintenance. Kasi without those types of maintenance that we have, so hindi natin din maibibigay o hindi rin natin magagawa ng efficient or ng maayos yung mga day-to-day operations natin, di ba? Like for example, special sa amin na medyo talagang tons by tons yung bigat ng mga items namin. We also have overcrane. To give you the idea, we have the 300 kilos to 600 300 kilos to 400 kilos of granite. Isang peraso lang siya. And it's like bigger than the plywood size, in which meron kaming overhead crane. Syempre, the facilitator, the operator should be licensed. Dumaan siya sa apartments, dumaan siya sa proseso, meron siyang mga certificate and ID. So yon, yung maintenance ng overhead crane namin at twice a month, pinupuntahan din siya kasi that's the only machinery na kayang bumuhat ng ganung kabigat na granite for the customer. These granite or quartzites or stones, slabs, are usually for the countertops of the customers. Sometimes, ginagamit din siya sa mga, pero sa mga columbarium. Ayan. Pero there are also customers who, let's say, na nasa level A, yung classification ng income or double A. Ginagamit kasi nila ito usually pang wall ginagamit nila to sa mga poste nila to make look like natural. And of course, yung pagiging sabihin nating expensive, and yung pagiging unique ng loob ng mga bahay nila. So like for example, dapat very reliability itong mga machinery natin na to o yung proseso na to. Siyempre, yung behind of it, siyempre gusto natin, siyempre yung very cost effective. Ayun nga, at the same time, efficient siya pag ginagamit natin. So, yung reliability steps, actually may mga steps naman lahat din ito. Steps natin, like for example, dito sa reliability-centered maintenance, syempre we have to select or identify the equipment, ano yung functions niya. We also have identified kung ano yung mga problema niya. Kailangan alam din natin yung, ganito siya. Usually, hindi niya kaya yung 400 kilos, hindi niya na ita-transfer from one place into another dahil sa sobrang bigat. Pero couple of days ago, last transactions nagawa naman niya. So baka may problema, 'di ba? So we have to also to identify kung ano yung mga problems or failures ng machinery natin na 'yon. Ano ba yung mga possible effects niya? Kailangan din natin yung e-note at syempre yung maintenance task na kailangan gawin sa kanya. And then evaluate and revise. Yun nga, yung mga checklist basis na ginagawa din natin. What else? So, another fixed asset that we have, for example, is yung mga solar natin. So, as part of, to help the community na din, we use almost all the branches of the number one retail company, which is Wilcon, is we use solar. So, twice a month, meron kaming checklist. Also, may pumupunta from the third party, from the outsource, Solar Philippines, Green Heat, to be exact, na ina-identify nila yung mga solar namin on the perimeter upper side sa lahat ng mga roof ng store o ng tindahan namin. So to make sure na walang nagiging problem kasi there are cases na kung saan may mga hairline. Siguro kasi hindi natin masabi yung taas kung may nagbabatuhan or whatsoever sa lakas ng hangin or ng ulan. Nagkakaroon siya ng hairline. So in which very sensitive na kung saan identified ba siya na kailangang i-replace or baka mamaya maapektuhan yung other solar panel. So another consideration also was that. And yun lang. It was a very short actually yung sa maintenance management na topic ko as our last for today's meeting. So, what do you have any other additional classmate? Do you want to add anything else that at least we can talk about here? So, baka meron din kayo kasi sa part ninyo na sa work field ninyo na yun, part of building maintenance na hindi ko naman na-mention, like for example.
Yes, Reg, ako.
Yes, Miss Jonah.
Oo, though we have the same kasi, 'di ba? We are bossy. Rin kami preventive maintenance lagi sa mga elevator at saka escalator. Especially it deals with people talaga, not only with the employee but also with the customer. So we make sure that all these elevators and escalators has undergone preventive maintenance. So minsan, may mga instances, kasi ginagawa na as much as possible overnight, di ba? So may mga instances pag nakapupunta kayo sa SM na patay yung elevator, escalator, kasi we cannot anticipate naman yung mga incident or accident. So pag may mga natanggal lang na mga small parts dyan, yun yung reason kaya minsan nakikita nyo unavailable yung escalator and elevator. Kasi as much as possible, we want to gawin agad yung mga nasirang parts. So, please bear with us na lang kapag may nakikita kayong unavailable elevator and escalator kasi that's beyond our yung beyond the main yung control kasi as yung maintenance naman ginagawa yon regularly. Also part of the preventive maintenance meron din kasi kami, marami, i-share ko lang yung iba. So yung sa water, may mga drinking fountain kasi for the employee. So, we see to it that quarterly or meron siyang tagang schedule that yung nagte-test ng water, if it is potable for drinking pa, para to make sure that the water we drink is safe. Ito yung mga free water para sa mga SM employee. So, yun lang po. Thank you.
Yeah, anyone from the group who has that you can add also to our topic, maintenance management.
Okay, so maybe okay. Preventive maintenance, of course, involve routine and planned maintenance activities, no, to avoid equipment breakdowns and extend asset life. No, it includes tasks, no, like lubrication, cleaning, adjustment, and replacements. Typically scheduled, no, based on usage or time intervals. No, because preventive maintenance helps in reducing unexpected failures, no, improving equipment reliability and ensuring continuous production. Although it requires upfront investment in scheduling and resources, but preventive maintenance is cost effective in long run, no, as it minimizes downtime and reduces cost of emergency repairs. The total productive maintenance is a holistic approach that integrates maintenance into the overall production process. So TPM focuses on maximizing equipment efficiency by involving operators, maintenance personnel, and management in a continuous improvement initiative. So total production or total productive measures or maintenance emphasizes autonomous, no, maintenance where operators are trained to perform routine maintenance tasks, no, leading to improved ownership of equipment and reduce reliance on a specialized maintenance team. So the goal of TPM is to achieve zero breakdown, zero defects, and zero accidents, no, contributing to improve productivity and product quality. We have, of course, reliability and maintenance. No? Reliability is the key aspect of maintenance management, focusing on the probability that equipment will perform its intended functions without failure for a specified period. So, maintenance activities directly affect the reliability of asset as well as maintain equipment is less likely to break down and require costly repairs. No? So, reliability engineering, no, involves designing systems and implementing maintenance practices that improve the reliability of assets. No? And maintenance strategies like preventive and predictive maintenance help ensure that equipment remains in optimal working condition, increase reliability. Sa reliability-centered maintenance naman po natin, so most commonly, the RCM is a structured approach to determine the most effective maintenance strategies for different assets. No? Reliability-centered maintenance involves analyzing the function of equipment, identifying potential failure modes, and assessing their impact on operation. So based on this analysis, no, the appropriate maintenance strategies such as preventive, predictive, or run to failure are implemented to achieve the desired reliability level. So RCM aims to optimize maintenance efforts, reduce cost, and maximize the availability of performance and critical asset. Spare parts management, no, is an essential aspect of maintenance management, ensuring that the necessary spare parts are available when needed to minimize downtime. So effective spare parts management involves forecasting demand, andyan yung optimizing inventory levels, and ensuring that parts are readily accessible. So it requires balancing the cost of holding inventory with the risk of equipment downtime due to unavailability of parts. So strategies such as classification of spare parts based on criticality, no, vendor management, no, and just-in-time inventory can help maintain an efficient spare parts system. No, so most commonly, no. So most commonly, strategies such as classification of spare parts and wait lang. Proper spare parts, no, management ensures the maintenance activities can be performed promptly, reducing delays and improving overall equipment availability. Another is maintenance management should be integrated with broader operational goals to contribute to an organization's success. So because alignment between maintenance activities and production schedules helps to minimize disruptions and ensure the smooth flow of operations. So data-driven maintenance decision supported by technologies like computer maintenance management system and industrial Internet of Things, no, sensors enable real-time monitoring and proactive maintenance intervention. And this integration helps in optimizing resource allocation, reducing costs, and achieve higher operational efficiency. And lastly, the continuous improvement and maintenance management. Continuous improvement is a key principle in maintenance management aimed at enhancing the efficiency and effectiveness, of course, of maintenance processes. No, maintenance team can use matrix like mean time between failures and mean time to repair to identify improvement areas and the track progress. So initiatives such as TPM, Kaizen, Six Sigma can be implemented to drive improvements and maintenance practices, reduce the equipment failures, and increase asset performance. So continuous improvement efforts help organizations achieve higher reliability, low maintenance costs, and enhance productivity. No? So to sum up, the discussions about the topic, maintenance management is a systematic approach focused on ensuring that equipment and asset operate efficiently and reliably while minimizing costs. It involves several maintenance strategies, including reactive, preventive, and predictive maintenance. Preventive maintenance aims to avoid breakdowns through regular inspection and servicing, while predictive maintenance uses data to predict failures before they occur. Total productive maintenance integrates maintenance into production processes, emphasizing the involvement of operators in routine tasks to improve ownership and efficiency. So reliability-centered maintenance helps determine the most effective strategies for different assets, ensuring the optimal balance between cost, reliability, and performance. Again, effective maintenance management also involves spare parts management, which ensure time availability of necessary components to minimize downtime. Now, integrating maintenance activities with broader operational goals supported by technologies like CMMS and IIoT allows for proactive, data-driven decisions that optimize efficiency and reduce costs. So again, continuous improvement initiatives such as TPM and Six Sigma are key to the enhancing maintenance processes, improving equipment reliability, and increasing productivity, all contributing to an organizational overall success. So I think that's it for this topic.